Hey, adrenaline junkies! Welcome to Code Red Chase. Today, we're launching a brand new series about people who pick the wrong cops to mess with, where one reckless move sends everything straight into justice mode. On July 5, 2026, around 1:30 a.m., the Baltimore Police Aviation Unit tracked down a vehicle stolen during a carjacking and guided patrol officers to Clifton Avenue. When marked units surrounded the car, 42-year-old Maurice Daniels locked himself inside and ignored repeated commands to step out. For several tense moments, Daniels remained locked inside the car, while officers surrounded the vehicle and repeatedly ordered him to step out. As one officer moved in to break the window, another suddenly spotted what appeared to be a gun. That single warning changed everything. Believing an armed threat was inside the vehicle, officers opened fire, striking Daniels. Daniels was rushed to a nearby hospital where he was pronounced dead a short time later. No officers were injured, and investigators recovered a BB gun from inside the vehicle. What began as the recovery of a stolen car ended in tragedy after one object was mistaken for a deadly threat. Hot Springs, Arkansas. A dangerous pursuit began after the driver of a Ford F-150 refused to stop for Garland County deputies. As he tore recklessly through heavy traffic, officers were forced to terminate the chase before innocent motorists were placed in even greater danger. But a short time later, deputies located the truck again, and the driver still had no intention of surrendering. With traffic rapidly building around Oaklawn's opening weekend, Garland County requested immediate assistance from the Arkansas State Police.
I've got it. Continue on. Turn it over to state.
The trooper moved in and slammed into the Ford, attempting to force it off the road. But the F-150 somehow stayed upright, regained control, and powered away. The first intervention had failed, and the chase was still on. The trooper finally boxed the Ford in, forcing it into a front yard where it slammed into a tree. Officers rushed in, pulled the driver out, and took him into custody.
Get on the ground. Tase him, tase him.
On June 7, 2026, around 5:58 p.m., officers responded to a domestic dispute after reports that 22-year-old Kyanne Atkinson had threatened a victim with a handgun. Police found Atkinson inside a shed behind the home, but when she finally stepped outside, she became confrontational, ignored commands, and repeatedly reached toward her jacket pocket. Within moments, the standoff would spill into the street and erupt into gunfire.
That's fine. We have to figure that out. Okay? Do not reach for anything.
You're gonna die if some shit go down, boy.
Okay, let's not have that happen.
Right.
All right?
Look, my shit loaded, baby.
Okay.
What do you want to talk about? Because my betrayal is deep. I don't care what. What do you want to talk about, bro?
Okay, I want to talk about why we're here. Okay?
Why are you? I'm on the game. Huh?
Okay.
What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about why we're here.
On the game.
Okay. Before we can move any further, okay, we're not gonna have the discussion like this.
Well, you're the one who fucking came up with this shit.
Okay.
You me.
We've been like this,
I
right?
don't even know why the fuck you're here.
Okay.
Jimmy.
Not Jimmy.
What
Okay.
the fuck?
Keon.
I'm talking to you.
Okay, I'm talking to you. All right.
What do you want? Why you got guns on me? Cause we can all go down.
Okay.
You know they fucked me over.
Okay.
Right?
Do not reach.
Shut
Do
up.
not reach for anything. Okay. I'm telling you. Do not reach. Okay.
Hey, stop. Okay, so what's up?
Okay. I'm telling you.
What's going down though when you after you talk though? I want to know that.
We're gonna figure out where we're at. And if you haven't done anything wrong, which is great, you'll be on your way. Okay.
Here to play my game.
Okay.
Cause we ain't going nowhere.
Okay. So at this point, here's what we're gonna do.
What we gonna do?
Right?
Cause if we down, let's go out here. Let's
No, 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 no.
Let's go. Let's go do it.
Oh, cover.
We wanna do it. Let's go.
Go.
Atkinson came out shouting at officers, repeatedly reaching toward her jacket and even threatening to shoot first. Then, without warning, she ran toward the street and pointed the gun at the victim. Officers had only seconds to react.
Ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Now. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Leslie. Get on the ground. Now.
This is not what we want to do.
What are you doing?
We don't
Why I
want
gotta
to do
get
that.
on-
We do not want to hurt you, okay?
Why I gotta get on the ground? Why? I didn't do
Yeah.
nothing.
Keon, get on the ground. Tase him, tase him.
Cover.
Drop the gun. Drop the gun.
Nope.
Stop.
Hey, Weasel Jake.
Yeah.
Atkinson managed to pull the gun and fire at officers, forcing them to return fire. Even after falling, she reached for the weapon again before officers secured it and took her into custody. She survived and now faces 3 counts of attempted murder of a law enforcement officer. But the next suspect would give police even less time to react.
Lincoln. She's trying to get on the walker. She may be trying to get to the apartments. All right, they're wrecked out. Here on.
On September 4th, 2025, around 12:13 p.m., an Arkansas state trooper attempted to stop a black Lincoln MKZ traveling north on Interstate 55. Instead of pulling over, the driver accelerated to 102 miles per hour and fled toward the city. As the Lincoln entered a 35-mile-per-hour zone at more than 100, the pursuit quickly became dangerously unpredictable.
City 1037. It's a black passenger car. We're coming into West Memphis on Broadway.
The trooper quickly closed the gap, but the Lincoln's next move would send the pursuit spiraling out of control.
She's going head on into traffic. She's trying to cut through the parking lot. Varsity, it's a Lincoln. She's trying to get on the walker. She may be trying to get to the apartments. All right, they're wrecked out. Here on.
Show me your hands! Show me your hands! I will shoot you! Show me your hands! Show me your hands! I will fucking shoot you! You better put your hands up! Put them up! Both hands!
Varsity, get me nothing.
After Brewer slowly stepped out, officers took him into custody. A search of the Lincoln then revealed cocaine scattered across the floor, showing he had been trying to destroy the evidence while waiting for backup. One officer was exposed to the airborne powder but was medically cleared. But the next suspect would take an even more desperate risk. Los Angeles, California. On April 8, 2026, around 9:40 a.m., LAPD officers spotted a newer model BMW wanted in connection with a felony near Central Avenue and Town Avenue. When officers followed it onto the 5 freeway, the driver suddenly accelerated, turning the encounter into an active pursuit. Less than a minute later, the BMW took the Olympic Boulevard exit, whipped around on the off-ramp, and charged directly into oncoming police vehicles. But the crash was only the beginning. What happened when the driver stepped out gave officers almost no time to react. Before we get into it, subscribe to Code Red Chase, hit the like button, and let us know in the comments, what city are you watching from?
You want to wait for airship, or you want to just... We got like three units with us.
Let's ask for ETA of the airship.
2029. Is there an ETA for the airship?
2 minutes at 0 cross for the eastbound 110.
60 eastbound from South End.
2029, we're going to be getting on the 60 eastbound.
Just wait for airship. Because it's also the
eastbound from the eastbound 110.
Oh, no, we're heading 5C.
Yeah.
Just
Let me wait till
yeah, exactly.
1-812, we're going to be in pursuit of a Code 6 Charles vehicle. We're going to be continuing southbound on the farm from Indiana. Black BMW 2-door.
Frequency set by 1-812 is in pursuit of a Code 6 Charles vehicle southbound 5 from Indiana following a black BMW 430i. Activating supervisor.
The pursuit ground and number of occupation.
Continuing southbound 5 with unknown number of occupants.
Suspect just slow down, guys. Slow down, coming around the corner. You just spun out.
Southbound 5 freeway.
Jamie stepped out and moved behind the BMW, but instead of surrendering, he reached toward his waistband, leaving officers only seconds to react.
Turn around! Hey! Hey! Don't reach! You get shot!
Put your hands up!
Put your hands up!
Don't do it.
Down onto the southbound front.
Stay on the fucking ground! Stay on the fucking ground!
Going to be up. He's walking towards the rear of the vehicle as the count.
Officers opened fire, striking Jaime, who was pronounced dead at the scene. His passenger surrendered, and investigators recovered 2 loaded handguns from the BMW. 2 officers were treated for injuries from the crash, and no bystanders were hurt. But the next encounter would unfold in a way no one expected. Grant County, Arkansas. On July 5, 2026, around 5:50 p.m., Arkansas State Police joined the pursuit of a silver Nissan Altima that had already fled from another traffic stop. With speeds climbing toward 110 miles per hour, the driver showed no intention of slowing down. But what happened when officers finally moved in would leave everyone stunned.
All right, we got to take lead coming up to speed 110, high traffic. Move over, Rainy.
About to do it?
The pursuit continued at full speed, with the driver showing absolutely no intention of pulling over. But officers were already waiting for the right moment to make their move.
Get Grant County. Yeah. 53rd Road.
The trooper struck the Altima, sending it off the road in a violent crash as the airbags deployed. But when officers approached the wreck, the driver's identity and explanation would leave them stunned. After stepping out, the woman was quickly taken into custody. She insisted she never meant to run, but officers reminded her that she had already stopped once, then pulled away again. Whatever her explanation, the chase was over. But the next encounter would be even harder to explain. On July 5, 2026, shortly before noon, police responded to a home near East 51st Avenue and Washington Street after 26-year-old Wilson Guerra Bravo returned to the property once again. Residents said he had been coming back repeatedly, knocking on doors, looking through windows, and refusing to stay away despite earlier police warnings. When officers arrived, they found Bravo carrying a large kitchen knife. Moments later, he ran, and what happened behind a nearby building would leave the officer with only seconds to react. Before we continue, subscribe to Code Red Chase, hit the like button, and tell us in the comments, what city are you watching from?
Hey, go back, go get your car. Stop right there! Hey! Stop, hey! Hey! Drop that knife! Drop that knife! Why the gun pointing as a knife? Drop the knife! You're gonna get shot, dude! Drop the knife! We're at 50th and Washington. He just lunged at me with a knife. Your car's put in. Running southbound along Washington. He's gonna be a Hispanic male. Drop the knife! Dude, I'm gonna shoot you. Drop the knife! Drop it!
Bravo survived the shooting and was taken to Denver Health, where he remained hospitalized. Officers recovered a large kitchen knife, and Bravo now faces attempted murder of a police officer. But the next encounter would begin very differently and end in a way no one expected. On December 12, 2025, Arkansas State Trooper Stephen Plyler attempted to stop a silver Ford Escape near Forest City after noticing its improperly displayed license plate. The driver, later identified as Morris Wilson, briefly slowed as if he intended to comply, then suddenly accelerated and fled toward the city. As Wilson crossed into oncoming traffic and ignored every signal to stop, a routine traffic violation quickly became a dangerous pursuit. But what officers would later uncover inside the vehicle made his desperate escape far more serious than it first appeared.
D-10-4-6, just be advised, we're still rolling. Coming into Forest City.
The pursuit continued at full speed, with Wilson showing no intention of stopping. But the real reason he was running would only become clear after officers searched the vehicle.
TVI.
The trooper moved in and used a TVI to force the Ford to a stop. Wilson briefly tried to run, but quickly surrendered. A search of the center console uncovered a loaded Glock 43X with 9 hollow point rounds, turning a simple plate violation into a serious felony case. But the next driver would make an even more reckless decision. On June 4, 2026, deputies responded to a home after reports of a domestic disturbance. Once their initial investigation was complete, officers moved to arrest the shirtless suspect, but he immediately began fighting back. Within seconds, the arrest turned into a chaotic struggle, and getting him into handcuffs would take far more than one deputy.
Get on the ground! Give us your hands! Michael, stop it! Let go of him! Got his arm.
After a violent struggle, multiple deputies finally forced the suspect to the ground and placed him in handcuffs. He was later booked on domestic battery, attempted aggravated battery, and several resisting and obstruction charges. But the next confrontation would become even more difficult to control. On February 9th, 2024, in Jonesboro, Arkansas, a state trooper spotted a newer model white Chevrolet Malibu driving without a license plate. The moment the trooper tried to pull it over, 19-year-old Carlevayan Williams accelerated and fled through city streets. But the reason he was willing to risk everything in a brand new car would only become clear after the chase came to an end.
About to go south, man.
Careful.
Williams kept the Malibu moving, slipping away from every attempt to stop him. But the trooper was already preparing one final move.
Stop! Get safe!
The trooper finally executed a pit maneuver, sending the Malibu off the road and into a street sign. Williams jumped out and tried to run, but the trooper chased him down and took him into custody. Officers later recovered 234 grams of marijuana from a bag he had thrown over a fence. And somehow, the next encounter would make this pursuit look almost routine. On March 9, 2026, police began searching for a white Mercedes linked to an earlier shooting on the Eisenhower Expressway. Hours later, officers spotted the vehicle near North Homan Avenue and attempted to stop it, but 42-year-old Derek Jordan refused to pull over and sped away. The pursuit was brief, yet dangerously chaotic. And when the Mercedes became trapped inside a narrow alley, the situation was about to take a far more serious turn.
Northbound on Trumbull.
Down Kimball?
Trumbull? Yeah, I know.
Trumbull.
Where'd he go? Which way? Which way?
Northbound Trumbull, 10-4.
Oh, he's behind us. He's in the alley. He's going back to Homan in the alley.
As Jordan pushed through the neighborhood, the Mercedes struck a pedestrian before crashing into a narrow alley near a CTA bus. Officers quickly boxed the vehicle in and ordered him to step out. But instead of surrendering, Jordan kept trying to force his way free, ramming both the bus and an unmarked police vehicle as officers stood only feet away.
I got his hands, it's okay.
Seconds later, an officer opened fire through the passenger side window, striking Jordan multiple times. He was transported to Mount Sinai Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Police recovered a firearm from inside the Mercedes, though officials have not said Jordan pointed or fired it. The shooting remains under investigation, but the next case would raise a completely different question.
Get the
On January 19, 2026, officers responded to an apartment complex on Park Avenue after a series of 911 calls reported a disturbance and an armed person inside. Moments after entering the building, police encountered 48-year-old Autumn Elizabeth Denny screaming in the hallway with a large knife before she suddenly retreated into an apartment. Then officers noticed blood outside the door, and the situation was about to become far more dangerous.
Wilson, I'm watching your camera. Okay, buddy.
16, he's behind his door. He has a big knife in his hand. I don't see him right this second, but I can hear him. Ninth floor, 915.
10th floor, he's in front of 915, 9th floor.
Hey, 60, I might have to make entry. There's blood on the door. I think someone else is inside. Baltimore police, open the door.
Sir?
Open the door.
All right, 12, how far are you? What floor are you on?
Clear here. You don't make entry by yourself.
All right, get back inside. Get back inside. Do we have a bunker or anything? He has like a really big knife. I can't tell if someone else is in there with him.
No, we don't know yet.
Turning one, hold the air. He's got Galuski with him. Hold the air.
All right, I got change there.
All right.
Is it right or left?
It's right here.
Okay.
Pardon me. Baltimore police, open the door.
Open the door! Police!
Nah, the door's locked.
There's blood all over.
Yeah, he has a really big knife. He has like a machete. But I don't know if he's chopping somebody or what, but
We gotta get in.
can somebody bring me a ram or something to take this door?
Police! Open the door!
All right, we need to get the door open.
We gotta get that door open.
All right. Does anybody have a ram?
Parker, don't forget the bunker.
I got hands.
We need a ram, you said?
We need something to take this door because the door's locked.
Alright, you can go down and get the ram.
Yeah.
Stay on the radar, yeah.
Have to be vigilant, guys.
Want to back up a little bit?
Back a little bit.
The bunker, 10-4, 1043 is the time.
All right, talk to us.
What's going on today, guys? What's going on?
Okay. God, please drop the weapon.
Officers stayed outside the apartment, knowing Denny had taken the large knife inside with her. After spotting blood in the hallway, they repeatedly ordered her to come out unarmed while trying to keep the situation under control. For several tense moments, she refused, and then the door suddenly opened.
Please drop the knife.
Drop the knife. Drop it. Drop it.
Drop that knife. Drop that knife.
Drop the knife.
Drop that knife.
Drop the knife.
Drop the knife.
Drop the knife.
No.
Get the fuck
Drop that knife. Drop the knife. Back up. Back up. Everything. Take the time. You back up. You back up. You back up.
Get back.
Back up. We got time.
Get back. Get back. Get back.
Get out.
Get back.
Everyone back up.
Back up.
Everyone back up.
Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up.
21 feet. Back up. 21 feet. Everyone take clear the hall. We don't need 3 people in the house. Back up. Only guns up. Stop. Only guns up. Back up.
Back up.
Only guns up.
Holding guns up front. Stay on them. We're good. We
Get on the ground! Face down!
21 feet. We need
Get down, you're doing good!
a little bit more.
Drop your weapons!
Back up a little bit more.
You want me to tell you 1 0.
No more! Drop your weapons! No more! No more!
Bunker up front. Bunker up front. I got hands. One person behind the bunker. Let's take it to the elevators if we have to. More
Yep.
space.
You're doing a great job. I appreciate that.
You coming back?
Yep.
I want to far away from those guys. Let's take it to the elevators where we got more
You're
space.
doing a great job. Thank you. You're very, your help. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Back up. We're gonna have him do everything we say. He's gonna lay down flat. Back on your knee.
Yep. You gotta get on your knees. You gotta crawl.
Stay down. On your knees. Stay down. Sir, get back on the floor.
You gotta get on the floor for me.
Get back on the floor.
You've been doing a good job. I appreciate you.
Get back on the floor, buddy.
All right, we're gonna have to take it. You're doing a good job. I appreciate it.
Get on your knees.
You gotta get on your knees. Get on your knees. Yep, bud, you're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing a good job. Thank you.
Denny stepped into the hallway holding the knife in one hand and an electrical stun stick in the other. When repeated commands and multiple taser deployments failed to stop her, an officer opened fire, striking her twice. Even after being wounded, Denny continued resisting until she finally dropped both weapons and was taken into custody. She survived and now faces assault and weapons charges, but the next call would give officers even less warning. On September 8, 2025, around 2:41 p.m., a deputy attempted to stop a red motorcycle driven by 54-year-old Jerry Pegram. Instead of pulling over, Pegram led officers on a slow but relentless pursuit, repeatedly throwing packages and baggies from the bike as more units joined in. The chase would continue for 22 minutes, but what happened after the motorcycle finally stopped would turn the entire encounter deadly.
No traffic.
Pegram continued refusing every command to stop, weaving through the area as more units joined the pursuit. Even at lower speeds, he kept running and repeatedly threw packages from the motorcycle as officers closed in.
Going through private property, Graham.
Okay, south on Stanhope, speeds are 54.
Southbound on Sandhill Street 54.
Go boy!
That's so far. Another door stop. Approaching Anderson, coming to a stop. East on Anderson. Continue east on Anderson.
The pursuit finally unraveled near Anderson Road when Pegram lost control and crashed the motorcycle. He immediately jumped up and ran into the woods, but the chase was about to become far more dangerous.
Tornadoes before the bike is caught on fire, if you can send fire. Tornadoes before the bike is caught on fire.
Roll over now! No! Do not! Good! Do not do it! Do not do it! No!
Shots fired.
Everybody
Shots
good?
fired.
Everybody good? We're good. Everybody good?
Anybody hit? I'm good.
Move into cover and secure the dog.
Pegram ran into the woods, where a brief struggle broke out and a taser failed to stop him. When officers saw him reaching for a black handgun, they opened fire, striking him multiple times. Pegram was pronounced dead at the scene, and the weapon was recovered from a holster on his body. As intense as this ending was, the next encounter would take the chaos in a completely different direction. On May 23, 2026, around 1:03 p.m., a state trooper stopped a gray Dodge Journey for speeding near the Missouri state line. The driver, later identified as Natalie Ward, initially pulled onto the shoulder, but as the trooper instructed her to step out, she suddenly restarted the SUV and sped away. Within seconds, a routine traffic stop turned into a 100-mile-per-hour pursuit, and the reason Ward was so desperate to escape would only become clear after it was over.
North of Lexora, Arkansas, 144, Young George, unknown what the last letter is, it's marked off, give me a black passenger car.
Ward tore away from the traffic stop, launching a high-speed pursuit toward Missouri. She pushed the Dodge past 100 miles per hour and repeatedly crossed into oncoming traffic, but the trooper was already closing in.
Traffic conditions.
At roughly 106 miles per hour, the trooper executed a TVI, sending the Dodge off the highway and into a violent rollover. The SUV came to rest on its driver's side, with Ward still trapped inside.
Out of the vehicle now!
With the SUV resting on its side, Ward began climbing out through the shattered windshield as the trooper watched her every move.
Turn around! Turn around! That's your problem. Turn around. Walk back to the sound of my voice. Well, that's fine. Walk through the ditch. Yes, walk back towards me. Walk back towards me. Walk towards me. That's your problem. Walk through the water. Walk through the water now. Turn around. Turn around, put your hands on your head.
10-16,
Turn around, put your hands on your head.
Ward followed the trooper's commands, walked back toward the patrol car, and was taken into custody without further resistance. She was treated at a nearby hospital before officers confirmed she had an active felony warrant and a suspended license, the likely reason she chose to run. What did you think of today's chases? Drop your opinion in the comments, hit the like button, and subscribe to Code Red Chase for more.
You've been watching Code Red Chase. Subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.